She told you you'd never rise again? Do this and prove her your rise is unstoppable. Remember those words, let them fuel you. She left and soft-launched a new guy on her IG story before your coffee even cooled. You saw the Jeep in the background. You were blocked on iMessage, left on read on Instagram, and mutual friends in a Brooklyn group chat kept checking in like it was charity. You carried her Target bags down 3 flights, apologized for things you didn't do, and watched your respect evaporate on a Tuesday night in a Trader Joe's parking lot. That sting in your chest. That's the tax you pay for forgetting your mission. She lost respect because you lost your edge, no more. Today we flip the script, not with petty games, with a code. Calm, cold, American steel. You're going to cut the supply clean, reclaim your time, rebuild your body, sharpen your money, and lock your standards like a Fort Knox door. 3 moves, 1 decision, 0 begging. This video gives you the exact sequence. How to disappear with class, how to stack wins by sunrise, how to become the man that never needs to prove anything, and yet proves everything by the life he builds. You won't chase her. You'll make her prediction irrelevant. Before we dive in, hit subscribe. This channel is your straight line strategy. No fluff, no therapy babble. And in the first pinned comment, there's a free playbook to go deeper. A step-by-step checklist to execute no contact, reframe the breakup, and restart your mission without breaking on day 3. We start with the hardest cut. Clean, quiet, final. Not to punish her, to resurrect you. If she texted you tonight, right now, could you walk away with a steady hand? Or would you fold the second her name lights up your screen? If your pulse jumped at that thought, good. That means you know exactly where the weakness lives. We're going to starve it. The hand must be steady. Not because she deserves your silence, but because you deserve your standards. When a man is calm, cold American steel, he doesn't fold to a notification. He lets the world learn his new rules by the weight of his absence. Here's the mirror. The breakup didn't break you. Your reactions did. You open Instagram and watch her story like it's the news. You tap through, hunting for the Jeep, the apartment wall art, the reflection in a coffee shop window, trying to read tea leaves like a detective without a badge. You type out essays at 1:47 a.m., apologizing for things you didn't do, bargaining your dignity like it's a coupon code. You hover by bars you never liked, fake a run past her block, pretend you're just in the neighborhood. You drink, the glass warms in your hand, and the whiskey starts whispering that one text can fix it, so you send a paragraph she screenshots to her group chat. And when all that fails, you pitch the last humiliation. We can still be friends. You offer to be a couch when she wants a throne. Each act, stalking, pleading, groveling, drunk messaging, volunteering as the friend, hands your crown to the floor. A man who negotiates for affection is a man who forgot his frame. You already know this. So why do men do it? Because chaos loves urgency. Because the algorithm knows your heartbreak better than you do and serves you her face. Because you forgot that attention is currency and yours is platinum. You will not spend it on cheap. You will invest it like a ruthless CEO. This is not about revenge, it's about order. It's about reminding yourself that the mission sits above the moment. And when you do, watch how the world recalibrates around you. Silence is your first discipline, not a tantrum, a policy. You don't watch her story just to see, and you don't drive past her gym just to remember. You don't leave a door cracked just in case. The door is shut, lights off, access revoked. If she knocks on wood. And maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. No contact isn't a game. It's oxygen for a dying fire. Let it burn out. Let the smoke clear. Let the man underneath breathe. Now, before your mind kicks and screams, let me put a spotlight on a plain truth. Attention follows momentum. Momentum requires a morning. Get up before the sun. Put iron in your hands and a plan in your calendar. Sweat drives the doubt out through your pores. You train not to post a gym selfie, but to rebuild a spine. You eat protein, you hydrate, you put on clothes that fit and shoes that don't talk. You cut subscriptions you don't use. You set automatic investments. You read for 30 minutes before screens. Money respects the man who respects his minutes, and women respect the man whose mission doesn't pause for their mood. You think this is abstract? Listen to a small story from Queens. Ryan, 31, electrician, Mets cap, decent guy. He dated a girl from Astoria for a year and a half. Sundays were farmer's market and Netflix. He carried her IKEA boxes and planned a trip she cancelled the week of. One Thursday in October, she cried in his Corolla, said she needed space. Then soft-launched a guy with a golden retriever at a rooftop in Long Island City by Saturday. Ryan did what most men do. He drove down Northern Boulevard, parked outside her building at midnight by accident. He sent 4 texts in one night, each one longer and wetter than the last. He offered friendship, like it was noble. He got drunk on Jameson and called twice, hung up both times. She told him he was sweet and deserved someone amazing, the American goodbye. But that Sunday, something snapped. Not rage, resolve. He deleted every thread, unfollowed, blocked, archived photos, cleared the Apple memories. He took a cheap phone from a drawer and put his real one in a lockbox from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. He joined a gritty gym on Steinway, the kind with chalk on the floor and deadlifts at dawn. He took the overtime he used to avoid, paid off his credit card by Christmas, learned to cook 3 solid meals, saved for a used F-150 that could carry his tools without rattling like a can. He got a haircut that actually matched his head shape, bought one decent bomber jacket, stopped wearing that stretched college hoodie. He called his dad, fixed the silence. He replaced we with I in his vocabulary and replaced lamentations with reps. January came, then February, then March. Somewhere in there, silence turned into gravity. New friends appeared, guys from his gym who didn't gossip, a foreman who noticed he showed up early, a barber who shook his hand and meant it. A cute brunette from the coffee shop on Ditmars smiled at him like he wasn't a ghost. He didn't post any of it. He lived it. And because the universe loves irony, in April she texted, "Hey, stranger, hope you're good." He looked at the message like a museum piece behind glass. Respectfully, he didn't respond. Not to be cruel. To be consistent. By June, she tried again, longer this time, remembering an inside joke about a dumb seagull on Coney Island. He was on a job in Jersey, forearms sore, account balance solid, mind quiet. He didn't hate her. He was simply gone. And if you're waiting for the twist where they meet and he gets closure, you haven't been listening. His closure was the man he built. That is what unreachable looks like. Not flashy, not bitter, just elsewhere. What does a code look like when it lives in your bones? Short, heavy, unbreakable. Cut the supply, then cut the noise. Your phone is a tool, not a shrine. Put it to sleep before it seduces you. No drunk messages, ever. If you mix alcohol with emotions, you mix gasoline with open flame. Withdraw attention from the past. Invest attention into mission. Every morning takes a piece of you to the next level or steals a piece for your old story. Never negotiate respect. The minute you barter for it, it's gone. Standards over feelings always. Your access is earned, not begged. Attention is currency. Spend like a miser. These are laws, not suggestions. Live them like a man sworn in under oath. Yes, she may come back around. Maybe when the new guy stops trying. Maybe when the season changes and nostalgia kicks in. Maybe when your silence makes her curious. That is not your weather report. Do not check the forecast. Keep building. You think not texting is the victory. It's not. The victory is becoming so aligned with your direction that her name feels like a memory from a different apartment you no longer rent. A moment of discomfort is coming. Day 3, day 7, day 21. That's when the old impulses claw at the door. That's when your thumb hovers over the unblock button. That's when your pride whispers, "Prove you're over it by being nice." This is the trap. Nice is not the same as noble. Nobility is restraint. Nobility is not volunteering your heart as emotional furniture. Tell yourself the truth in a sentence that bites. She may be a good person, but she is not your responsibility. Your mission is. Respect is. Discipline is. Everything else is weather. You want a revelation? Here it is. Women don't fall for speeches. They fall for patterns. Your pattern becomes your presence. You speak softly. You move deliberately. You dress like a man who respects himself. You work like a man preparing for winter. You stack wins no one sees. That feeling when you put your head on the pillow, knowing you kept your word to yourself all day, That is masculine charisma. That's the gravity that turns heads without a single post. And when people feel it, they recalibrate around you, including the ones who underestimated you, including her. But there is a catch. Rise without bitterness. If you carry resentment, you're still tied to the old story. Cut the rope. Forgive privately to free bandwidth. No announcement, no subtweets, no playlist quotes. Your silence is not empty, it is loaded. It signals you're done auditioning. And when you stop auditioning, the room goes quiet. People start to wonder. Let them. Curiosity is not your drug. It's their lesson. Somewhere between your first 5 a.m. and your first $10,000 in the bank that you do not touch, a switch flips. The same friends who checked in with pity now ask you for the gym you joined, the book you're reading, the way you broke your phone addiction. You nod, you keep walking. You don't become a preacher, you become a proof. Because a man's rise doesn't need a narrator, it needs a ledger. So ask yourself right now, with that same steady hand we talked about, if she texted, if she called, if she cried, if she offered friendship, if she offered coffee, if she offered closure, would you take it? Or would you choose the harder, cleaner path and let the past be a closed case file? Answer privately, then live publicly with the answer you respect. We're not done. In a moment, we're going to lock this in with the final strike, the move that ends relapse, that cements the code in your day-to-day, that turns "I'm trying" into "I am." You'll hear the judgment, the non-negotiable sentence that separates boys with phones from men with standards. And when Agent 3 arrives, the gavel falls. The verdict will not be kind, it will be correct. Stay sharp. The verdict will not be kind, it will be correct. So hear it now and let it echo where it hurts. She told you you'd never rise again? Good. Because doubt, hers, yours, the world's, is the best raw material for a man's ascent. You don't beg gravity for permission to stand. You build muscle by pushing against resistance. And when a woman throws your potential in your face, all she's done is hand you the weight. Lift it. The word, your new tattoo, the title of this chapter, the code boiled down to its true core, is order. Order is what separates men who drown in their own nostalgia from men who build something solid in the silence. It's what turns the pain of rejection, a soft launch, a blocked message, some pitying friend check-ins, into the iron on your spine. When the world says you're finished, order says you're just starting the real race. Let's carve in the laws you heard, not for entertainment. For execution, cut the supply. Your attention is not confetti. Every one last look is time you throw away on scraps from a table where you're no longer seated. Cold turkey is the standard, nothing less. Cut the noise, no late-night stalks, no ghost runs, no midnight messages. Silence is not absence. Silence is presence. Present with your own damn life. Mission above moment. You wake up early. You sweat for discipline, not for posts. You stack money, you stack habits. You stack respect. First, your own. No negotiations. Respect is binary. You never plead for crumbs from the past. You set the table. Those who want a seat earn it. Discipline is not a trend. It's your new uniform. It's the way you eat, lift, read, walk, and most of all, refuse to flinch when the test comes. Nobility is restraint. You forgive in silence, not on the timeline. You don't flaunt. You finish. If she ever comes back, she's finding a locked door and a legend, not a man eager for round two. Attention is platinum. Spend it with violence. The world will sense the famine where there once was famine for your desperation. Now there's only focus. Order is not an App Store download. You don't buy it. You declutter the weak chaos from your phone, your fridge, your circle, your habits. You replace nostalgia with action. You replace broadcasted growth with private victories. Now stop. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself, is the man staring back, trading respect for a fix? Does his calendar belong to his mission, or is he still rerouted by the shadow of a woman who doesn't even watch his stories anymore? Be brutal in your reflection, because reality doesn't care about your feelings. Reality only gives you what you tolerate. Let your discomfort register. Let that itch for just one message rot in your gut. If that hunger for her attention is still in charge, Your house is still built on sand. Rip out the rotten floorboards and rebuild, beam by beam, with standards and consequences. Your legacy is not the sum of your relationships, it's the sum of your routines when nobody's looking. Every man at some point gets handed a verdict by life, finished or forged. Which one are you really? You don't get to say until you stack enough silent mornings, heavy reps, laser habits, zero bullshit days, and tough decisions that nobody applauds, for long enough that her name becomes background noise drowned out by your next achievement. And if you're thinking about sharing this with a friend who needs it, send it. If you needed to hear it, say it in the comments. No weakness, no whining, only the hunger to rise. Hit subscribe right now and join a room of men who trade comfort for progress and applause for order. Like the video if you felt the hammer drop, and drop your story or your next move in the comments. Cut the noise and share the proof. Every declaration commits you deeper, because in this courtroom only those who enforce their own order walk out with their name untarnished. Sentiment is for poets. Standards are for men. And in the city where everyone's got an opinion, the only opinion that matters is the one you see in the mirror before sunrise. Here's your decree, and it is final. Your future is off limits to the past. Case closed. Move forward, on your terms, in your silence, by your code. Don't flinch. Judgment rendered. Walk like it.